Today, I want to show you how to make one of my favorite protein snacks. It's going to be maple syrup cupcakes, made with just protein and a couple other ingredients. It's low calorie. I'll put the calorie specs on the screen. But this is by far the most delicious protein cupcakes or protein snacks I've made. 2021, a couple of years ago, I weighed 325 pounds. Today I weigh 185. A big part of my diet was protein, whey protein. And making cupcakes helped cure the sweet tooth part of the lack in my diet. So I'm going to show you how I make my favorite protein cupcakes in this video. There's just a few simple ingredients. So let's get started. A few simple ingredients we have here. Is maple syrup, whey protein, maple syrup donut. I get this from Revolution. And a little bit of salt, a little bit of cornstarch, and I'm putting sucralose in this particular batch I'm going to do today because I like the extra sweetener. But I have made these without any sweetener, and they taste delicious too. And I'm going to be using silicone cupcake liners. Believe me, you're going to want to use silicone cupcake liners for these because paper ones, they can stick. But if you are going to use paper ones, put you some, spray some oil in them, cooking oil. Or better yet, sprays that baking cooking oil mix with I guess it's got flour in it. But anyhow, so let's get started. Let's get this mixed up. We're going to start by adding 2 cups of this protein mix. Now this is going to make 8 to 9 cupcakes, depending on how much you put in your cupcake liners. I'm going to add a smidgen of salt, no more than a teaspoon. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cornstarch. And I'm going to add 8 tablespoons of sucralose. This is a 2 tablespoon measure I got right here, so I'm going to put 4 of these in there. Not being precise. And I'm going to stir all my dry ingredients. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, you also need applesauce. We're going to use applesauce instead of oil in this to hold it together. So I'm going to use unsweetened applesauce, 1 cup, let's say 1 cup is 1 container. The individual containers you can get at the store. So I got that stirred up. Let's go get the applesauce. And I'm going to mix this applesauce up real good. Yeah, until it's a nice clump. I just want to mix it to the point where I don't have a whole bunch of powder floating around. So I know it's mixed up good. And then I'm going to add a half a cup of water to this. Not too wet, but not dry like this either. All right, we got that about where I want it. I'm going to add a half a cup, and I'm going to continue mixing. And I may add a little bit more, just depends. on the consistency when I got this all mixed up. And again, this takes a little bit. You want to get it about the consistency of pancake batter. That's almost about the way I want it right there. See, about the consistency of pancake batter. A few more stirs here. I'm not worried about the lumps. They'll take care of themselves in the baking process. But if you don't want the lumps in and you got a good strong blender, you can blend stuff this thick, which I do and I've done before. You can throw it in your blender and get it in the mix a little bit better. We still got a clump in the spoon here that I need to deal with. And while it's a batter form like this, you can taste it and you can see how good it's going to taste when they're done. That's about right. Right there. That's about how I want it. I bought me one of these things. Let's see if you can see it here. Move the bowl out of the way for a minute. Just for this video. To pour my batter in and put it into the cup holders because it's a mess to try and do it with a spoon. I'm going to be honest with you. So we're going to see how this works today. You guys get to watch me do it for the first time. I may mess it all the way up or it may go right. Who knows? So I put my batter in this thing. And now I got the batter in it. Let's see how this thing works. Supposed to be able to just squeeze it. And obviously, I need to add a little bit more water to this to make it work right. So we're going to do that. Add a little bit more water, stir it a little bit more. I'm just going to do it right in this thing. I put about 2 more teaspoons of water in this, so it's run a little bit better. Let's see how that is. That looks like that might pour a little bit better. So we'll see. Still not pouring worth a flip, is it? Let's see if I did not get it down there enough. So maybe this is a bust. Maybe it's not going to work worth a flip. There it goes. It's starting to go a little bit. It's a little bit slow though. Wonder if I can help it along here. Well, let's try and add a little bit more water and see what happens. Sorry about this, guys. Like I said, this is the first time for me using this. We're doing it. Can't add much more water in here. It's going to mess up the bacon. So I added about another tablespoon of water there. And seems to be about right. Let's see if it works. Oh, much better. Much better. Can you see it? Get this over here. There we go. Poured out much better. So as you can see in here, maybe you can see in here, I have enough batter for about 2 more cupcakes. So this particular batch would have made about 8 because of the level. I filled these cups up quite a bit. Set that out of the way. So half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water in order to use one of those things. Now, I have baked these both in a regular conventional oven and in an air fryer oven. I prefer the air fryer oven, and I'll tell you why. If you bake them in the conventional oven, the bottom half gets kind of hard and the soft half is like too soft. I mean, it's still doable, and for the longest time, that's what I did, and they were just fine. I ate them. They doesn't change the taste. If you're gonna bake them in a conventional oven, you need to set your temperature at about 250 degrees because you're wanting the evaporation, not so much the baking. You're gonna get a little baking, but you're wanting the evaporation in order to solidify these things. And so 250 degrees in a conventional oven, anywhere from 13 to 15 minutes. Check them and let them cool. When you pull them out, let them cool and see if the cupcake liner will pull away without pulling apart the cupcake because the cupcake's too soft. If that happens, stick them back in. You're going to need to stick them back in at least another 5 or 6 minutes because they have to go from cool to warm again before they can start that baking process. So another 5 to 6 minutes at 250. In the air fryer oven, which is what I'm going to use, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is the air fryer oven that I'm going to use. I'll leave a link below for some air fryer ovens on Amazon using my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything to use my affiliate link. It does help this channel though if you do use it, and I'd appreciate it. But I'm going to put it in this air fryer oven at 250 degrees for about 15 minutes. And I'm not going to film the whole baking process because it's boring. But what we're going to be looking for, and I'll show you when I pull these things out, is we're going to be looking for the top to start that golden brown, almost like a toast color. Not completely, but it wants to start that color. And the reason why is I have learned through experiment that once it starts turning that color, I know the sides of the cupcake are solid enough that it's not going to pull apart. If I don't get that color and I go try to pull the cupcake out of these silicone liners, which they come out very easy, even then it will still squeeze and squirt out the inside. So I don't want the inside squirting out. I do want the inside soft and even a little bit moist, which is what they will do doing it this way. It'll still be moist on the inside but solid on the outside and very tasty. So I'm going to go stick them in the oven and then I will show you what they look like at the end. Okay, I've pulled them out and I've let them cool for about 5 minutes. And to show you, you see the golden brown color I was looking for on top. I let them air fry in the oven, air fryer oven, 275 for about 15 minutes to get this color. I start checking them after about 12 minutes, about every minute afterwards. So it's about 15 minutes I let these go to get here. And you can see on these silicone cups, it's already started pulling away. And look how easy these things come out, these silicone cups. Now let's break open the inside. These are kind of hot. And you see they're nice and fluffy on the inside, nice and soft. And they're delicious. So it's like eating a pancake with maple syrup on it. They're delicious. And just remember, if you're going to do them in your regular oven, do it at about 250 degrees. And you're looking at anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. Just know that the bottom half of it's going to be a little hard. The top half of it's going to be too soft. And if you don't use silicone cups, be sure to spray that baker's powder spray in. That would be what I recommend. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like, Baker's Joy. But spray it with something because they're going to stick. Silicone cups, highly recommend. I'll leave a link below. And if this is something that you've enjoyed, something you're going to do, how about coming back and tell us how it turned out if you do it? And leave a like, subscribe. You have a good day.